Drakaina does combo spells almost all the time. When there is a requirement for an issue that has to be resolved, even if it is one aspect of the person, the factors could be the root of the problem, could be multiple. So, in such a scenario, you can't remove one factor and then let the other one stay, because the speed might take over in such a way that it might literally destroy the person. I'm not trying to scare you, I'm just trying to make you aware of why at Drakaina we do combo spells. Not all the time. Sometimes you want a job, it's a very direct thing. Sometimes you want a job in a particular location. Sometimes you want yourself or someone else to pass an admission test and you just want a little bit of boost. Sometimes your spirit energy is low. Sometimes you need an immunity booster. It could be anything, right? But sometimes the reason why you're not excuse me, clearing an exam again and again could be because of various other reasons. Maybe this is the second or the third time, or maybe the last time that you're being allowed to give this exam. What do? You need to be given a certain set of spells so that the exam can be conducted where you can give in your 100%. This does not mean that you will clear the exam. The guarantee of you being good enough to clear the exam is given. At Drakaina, we are very clear if they are single spells or combo spells or combination spells. The spell is given to boost the person. The job will get done thus. We don't have any intention of telling you, oh yes, you put the energy exchange, we'll give you the spell and the job will get done. You have to take the effort after that. Remember, the effort is what we boost. And then you go ahead and do it and get the result that you want. We don't discuss live cases because of client confidentiality, but there was a case a long time ago that I don't mind sharing. There was a case where there was a person who had an issue with the financial aspect of their life, and every time that person was making money, that money was going out as fast as tap water, as fast as, when you switch on your taps, the water that comes, you have no control on it. Depends on what the intensity of you opening the tap goes. So that was an issue because there needed to be a lot of saving, because the person was going to get married and that person needed to save money. The combo spells that we gave was not just for him to control the outflow of monies that he was making, but we also created spells where the entire financial aspect of the person's life could be holistically converted into a safe bubble, so that every time money is being made, so much is being made that all the expenditures are taken care of, all the savings can be taken care of, and there is scope for perhaps investment or savings for the future. So there were combinations, and there were about 6 spells, if I remember correctly, that were created for a similar thing. So there will be combination spells if there is multiple requirement when it comes to one person or multiple situations. The maximum and minimum spells that I would recommend will depend on a case basis. If I give you a ballpark figure, then that would be unfair, because you can have one spell or you can have several. It depends what you want. If your requirements are based on certain factors, such as let's go back to the job example, where you're looking at not just the pay package but also the geographical location, you are looking at the profile, you are looking at the kind of environment you want. You see, they all, so it can't be if you fit too many things in one spell, the 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 flavor of the spell, the gravy of the spell, the meat of the matter, so to speak. It dilutes. And dilution is something that just means that you are cramming too many things in one space. Think of it in a way that you have a cupboard, and if you stuff things, when you open it, the whole thing comes tumbling down on you, right? So in spell casting, there's a lot of written requests that are given. There is a procedure. You can add things or subtract things only before, not during. And obviously you understand you can't add something after a spell is done. That's a no-brainer, right? So it's important to understand that the process has to be followed so that the end result can be achieved. Many spells are either annual or time bound by nature. There is nothing called an immediate spell. There is no, if somebody tells you there is an immediate spell, please do not hesitate to say thank you very much, but I'm not interested. Even if there is a spell that you're reading or somebody's told you, there's nothing called an immediate spell. The effect of a spell will always take time. What kind of an effect will it have will depend on the kind of spell that you've conducted, the kind of focus and intensity put in it, the kind of preparation, etc., etc. But when you have conducted a spell for a certain requirement, and then you conduct a similar spell between the time frame. So say you have karmic baggage release. That's an annual spell out here at Drakaina. You can fit in your own name. You can fit in 3 more people's names. It's a maximum 4 individual spell. So we have karmic baggage release. You had it done, say, this month, and then you have 12 more months to go. We ask you to take a printout of the dragon eye, stick your picture and the picture of the other people mentioned in the spell, and remind us a month before 12 months are over that, listen, we need to conduct a dragon spell, and we'll see if a slot is open, and then we fit you in. Simple, right? Say after 6 months, you say, you know what, I need to have another karmic baggage release spell done. I think there's too much of karmic overload. For some reason, something happened in the family, you had a reading and it showed that no, there is residual karmic, because I don't want to touch the term karma, because that's a different reel and video that we're going to cover. But if you have that spell done before the time period of 1 year is over, then the previous spell gets nullified. So when you conduct a spell before the duration of the previous spell is over, then the previous one gets nullified. It's not like, you have double boost or accelerated power and energy. Doesn't work like that. You've just wasted a lot of time of yours and mine, energy of yours and mine, and not to mention it's harder on your pocket. So, do you understand malignancy? Something that keeps recurring, keeps coming back after certain periods of time. Multiple, of course, means more than one. When there is a situation, and if the root cause is not stemming from one thing but from several areas and avenues, and if you don't eradicate the root of the problem, it keeps coming back. Multiple issues are caused. I'm going to cite an example so this whole thing can be unraveled and powdered, right? I'll give you an example of a case that's not live anymore. It's already been resolved. There was a property dispute between 2 brothers, and one brother wanted the other brother to be a part of just a section of the property. It was a huge, massive property, ancestral. And he just wanted one section to be looked after by one brother, and he would take over another section. And it wasn't really wrong in the sense of, the percentage was more of one brother, nothing of that sort. It was just that the nature of the job was not palatable to the other brother, because he said, listen, this is too much of work for me, I won't be able to do it, and if I have to hire manpower, then I will be the one whose costing will increase, which made sense to me, right, practically. And they were both my querents, my seekers, and they have both come to me, not just one brother. Not just that, I think their wives also came to me. So the issue that had to be resolved was because their father was in his deathbed, and they wanted this matter to be resolved so that he could pass away in peace, and it was a very noble intention. They both loved each other, it's not like they hated each other. The root cause was not just this issue that has to be resolved. They come to a conclusion, they come to a decision, there's a conflict release that has to be done. But there was karmic baggage. There was an ancestral curse that whenever there are siblings and whenever there is property, there is bound to be a fight. There were, serious ramifications when it came to finances, because after a certain amount of money, their family wealth would plateau. It wouldn't increase. So there were a lot of issues that were resolved. But the bottom line was that the main thing was both the brothers had to resolve this one issue. Other than that, because of this, it was creating health issues in their lives separately. So you see, multiple causes, multiple issues, but people, just these two brothers who came, the siblings. So we had to do a 1:2 or a 1:3 ratio of spells. So say through karmic baggage release, we helped the mind block that the brothers have, that no, I'm right, or no, he's not getting what I'm saying. Or we did a conflict release spell so that they could sit and have a talk, across the table talk as to how the matter needs to be resolved. And through this communication, they started feeling, their feelings for each other started coming out, and many matters and many issues of the past got resolved. So sometimes, and these are very complicated cases, and sometimes these cases are also very important for us to experience. They are difficult, but they're not impossible, like I say, and they help you in the future when similar cases come. Because if you can solve a difficult case, then everything else is smooth as silk. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to put it in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and see you in Drakaina.